Hey guys, it's Bee. So I wanted to share my perfume collection with you. I have loads, so I thought this would be an interesting way to do it. I have a tray that I keep my kind of current favourites on, and they're kind of seasonal, or it's because they're new, or I'm really into them. Sometimes I rediscover something. So I haven't got room to have them all out, and also I just worry, like, I'm going to show you a couple of Tom Ford ones in a minute that are from summer. So because I wouldn't wear those two in the winter, I put them away in the dark so that, you know, they're not getting wrecked or whatever. This is a very sunny room, and my perfumes I like to have out. I don't keep them in the boxes because I just won't, I'm too lazy to wear them then. So I'm just doing a switch over. There's some on here that are okay, that I like. Let me just, whoa, disclaimer. Whoops, that was my Chanel number 5. I totally get that there are no rules. You can wear men's fragrance if you're a girl, vice versa. Do what you enjoy, and that there's no such thing as summer perfume or winter perfume. I just gravitate towards certain things at certain times of year. So shoot me. Lean down and get this without tipping it all over. So this is the current tray, and I want to make room for some spring and summer favourites that I enjoy. So let's have a look. So first of all, I'm not going to go into a huge description of these because this will be a super long video. This is Chanel's Gabrielle. I got it because I'm a fan of the brand, and it was a major hyped launch, and I just thought, I didn't even smell it, I just ordered it before it was on general release through a personal shopper, and it doesn't smell like shit, but it's just boring and very nondescript. And in a way, if I was going to wear something that's in this kind of scent family, I would wear the next one, which I prefer, because there's some similarities, but this is just very generic. And for a maid, and it was a total flop for Chanel, by the way, it's just not a very good fragrance. If you want a review on this, go find Super Jacob's channel, because he is the authority on all things Chanel, fragrance, bags, whatever. But he's just really good on fragrance, and he doesn't really rate this either. It's just too simple, and there's no layers of complexity that come out and reveal themselves, and it's just there. So you can see I haven't used much. My Burberry. So yeah, if I wanted something of that kind of depth or note, then I would just go for this. It's just much more yummy. I don't know I know some of the notes and things that I like, because when you start reading on like Fragrantica and base notes and stuff, you learn what it is that you're drawn to. But this is just stunning and cozy and lovely. But I don't think I'm going to wear it much in the spring, summer, because I have worn it a lot lately. But again, I'll show you my out of season, as it were, perfumes live in an open box. Just I'm going to find a gap for them by the t-shirts or something in the closet there. And I'm pointing over there, you don't know what I'm pointing at. And I can reach for this easily. It's just that the ones that are out on my vanity thing are the ones that I just reach for easily. So I think I'm going to put this one aside along with that Gabrielle, and also the matching body spray for the My Burberry. This is just a little diptyque solid fragrance. It's just a decoration where I don't really wear it. This, okay, so everything in the Cocoa family is very much more wintry, pre-Christmas kind of vibe for me. So I weirdly don't like Cocoa, the classic one on its own. I find the Eau de Parfum too waxy, too aldehyde for me. I like the Eau de Toilette, but I'm not going to wear that much from now. And I mix it, I wear like a spray of each with the Coco Noir, which should be more intense, but I find this more oriental, more girly, and I like the two together. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be doing that, but that's what I enjoy. This is my purse spray size number 5. Never wear it. It's just a beautiful thing. If I do wear it, I never put it on my skin because it reacts horribly on my skin. I would spray it on my scarf or in my hair, or sometimes on like the blanket that we've got on the couch or something like that, because I like it on other people. When I see a really sophisticated, slightly older woman wearing this, I think it's so great, but on me it just gives me a migraine-y kind of headache, and I just find it, again, the aldehydes thing, that kind of embalming fluid vibe, just, I like it, but not on me. Okay, and then these three I think are gonna, oh no, this is the last one that will kind of go away for a while. This is Jo Love's Red Truffle 21. This is a delicious perfume. So Jo Malone is the creator of the Jo Malone brand, and now she's got Jo Love. She's like sold that business and gone on to make her own thing. And I personally, it's just my opinion, much prefer these products to Jo Malone. Everything I've ever bought from Jo Malone is just kind of meh, including the way the candles burn compared to other brands and stuff. I love Pomegranate Noir and some of the other like Blackberry and Bay, but I just feel like they don't last on my skin. It's overpriced for what it is. This is a more capsule collection. Physically going to the store, it's near that Peggy Portion cake shop in London. They're really knowledgeable in there. Sometimes she's in there, especially on Saturdays. This is a juicy kind of candied Christmas tree kind of, I don't know how to, let me smell it and remind myself. I can't get the bloody lid off. No, I can't smell it. Yeah, it's like candied fruits, and it's winter and spice and the nutcracker, you know, ballet, and it's just a magical, rich fragrance. And I say I can't explain fragrance, you just have to look it up. Red Truffle 21. It's got the earthy, truffly notes, but it's lively. But it is, when I smell it, I think of the festive period. Not that you couldn't wear it year round, but that's my association, so I don't wear it now. And you'll see, I love it, but I haven't used that much because I've got quite a lot of perfume, and it takes a long time for them to start to go down unless I heavily favour one and wear it over and over again. Oh gosh, I love this so very much, the Twilly de Hermes. I was really surprised when I saw this on people's Instagram posts and stuff. I was like, oh, that's so cute, but I won't buy it because 9 times out of 10 when I smell a fragrance, I don't like it. I've got a few, so therefore if I smell something, I'm not just going to buy a generic sweet girly fragrance or whatever just because the bottle's cool or it's trendy or whatever. Like, I have to have a real reaction and go, oh, that's nice. And with a lot of perfumes, I just don't get that. But with this is the first one in a long time where I was like, wow, like this has become a real favourite really quickly. And I only have the little ones, what is it, 30 mils, because it's so cute. But I will definitely keep on buying that. And this is like an all year round nice fragrance, so I will keep this on the tray. And then similarly, my holy grail, I'm going to put this tray down now because it's getting annoying. My holy grail favourite fragrance of my life is Chanel Jersey from the Les Exclusives line. When I smell this, I smell like succor and comfort, coming home, sort of a safe haven thing. And I know it sounds really over the top for a perfume, but that's how this smells to me. It smells of clean fluffy towel, getting out of the bath when you feel ill and like you've got flu or something and you just want to get cozy in fresh bed sheets, fresh pajamas, powdery, lavendery. But unlike a lot of lavender fragrances like kind of Yardley or Crabtree and Evelyn kind of granny vibes, there's enough of the sharp herbal lavender in here to stop it feeling like granny nighty lavender, if you know what I mean. Oh, I love it so much. Like when I first smelled this and had testers and stuff, I was like really toying between this and Boy because I also love Boy. It's more of a masculine version of this. It's still got lavender in it, but there's loads of other notes and things. But Boy doesn't wear on my skin very well. This just seems to be, out of every fragrance I've ever tried, it's like in harmony with my kind of body chemistry, and it doesn't go sour, and it just lingers, even though it's a very, you can tell often fragrances, when you say like light and dark or heavier, it's often on the colour, you know, like some perfumes look like cognac and they're darker, even though that's a bad example. It's Eau de Toilette. I don't have a lot of perfumes that are like brown because I like light, fresh, quite green fragrances on the whole. But this, even though it is quite light, I mean, this is what is the old formula? I know there's all this hoo-ha about the formula. This is, it doesn't say it on anywhere, but it is. This was bought just before they switched to the Eau de Parfum, so I am nervous about that. I will have to get the Eau de Parfum next time, but I've smelled it a few times. It doesn't smell that different to me, so I'm quite grateful that I don't have the sophisticated nose of like Jacob. Hi, Super Jacob, if you're watching. I'm kind of glad that I'm in blissful ignorance because I can't really tell the difference. So that will stay out because I love it. Right, and so in here, oh, it's so heavy. This Hermes box that Hermes perfume. I actually bought 2 summers ago, Jardin Mediterranean, and I love that perfume, but it turned. It literally, by the end of, I had it for like 3 months, and it just smelled like lemon and a bit frowsy with it, and I just thought, why has that happened? It didn't have bits in it, hadn't changed colour. I don't know. So then that's when I started having the things that I'm not using. They're just in this box. I don't put the lid on or anything, and they're just in the closet. So at least most of the time when the doors are shut on the closet, it's like out of the sunlight and stuff. So for summer, what do I bring back in? What do I enjoy? And there's more of them. So my fragrance collection is more core in the winter, and there's more in summer. So this is the Fleur de Portofino all over body spray. I'm really into body sprays. I don't really know why. I shouldn't be, because I'm somebody where fragrance doesn't linger on me, but I've got a couple of more affordable ones and I love them. I love that thing in the summer of getting out. It's like when my mum used to have that cologne, you know, with the French one with the turquoise label, 1711 or whatever it's called. And, you know, you have these colognes in a big bottle and you just splash them all over. And then as you sort of, your skin gets hot and maybe sweats a bit, like they work really well with your body chemistry. So I love a good body spray, but not so much in the winter, more as a summer thing. So I love this one. I wanted to try the Fleur de Portofino, but I had 2 of his quite summery scents. Didn't want another one. And also I don't really like to travel with expensive glass bottles of fragrance. I travel with these in my luggage. So this is like £40, whereas the fragrance is like £150 or something. But I really like this in the body spray also because it makes it a bit mellower and a bit less focused. You know, it's a milder fragrance. There's more water or whatever else in here, and it's all over you in a very diffused way, and it gets on your clothes. So it's a different experience than dabbing on a perfume. But I really love this, and when it runs out I will straight away buy another one if they still have it. So that's the Fleur de Portofino in the body spray. And my other 2 ones by him are, and they're great because this was the first ever, the Salette Blanc was the first ever Tom Ford that I got along with. I was with my friend Someday Shabby in the Harvey Nichols in Bristol when she came to visit, and we went past the Tom Ford counter, and the kind of woman behind the counter almost gestured for us to come over or whatever, or was spritzing samples, and I just said to Shabby, I just don't like Tom Ford perfumes, because I was used to Tobacco Vanille and the Black Orchid and all of that on other people, and I was just like, I don't know how people can wear that. I find very heavy, sexy, rich fragrances like that really make me feel like claustrophobic, literally, like I can't breathe. I don't know why. Maybe that's a lack of sophistication on my part, but I don't like them. I like smelling them on somebody when they walk past me in the street and like, what is that? And they've like had time to mellow. But when I smell something like that, I'm just like, you know, it's just not me. This I smelled and I was like, oh my God, it's the beach, it's coconut, it's a pina colada. Oh my God, I love it. And so I was really happy to find one I enjoyed, and I love this stuff. And I've had this for 2 years now, and it still smells really perfect. So that is gonna get worn tons this summer. And then this one is the Mandarino d'Amalfi, which I also love. And when I smell this, I smell our holiday to Florida this time last year, because I bought this in Gatwick on the way out. And that's just another very fresh, European, beachy, nice one. But it's not as heavy and like coconutty and buttery as the Salette Blanc. It's more refined. This to me is what a man sitting in a short sleeve linen shirt at a little table smoking a cigarette and drinking a drink before dinner smells like. It's like clean. I'm shit at explaining perfumes. They just evoke a certain feeling or idea to me. That's how my mind works. So it's just clean, and it's mixed with your own skin and everything, and it's really nice. It's orangey, but it's more complicated than that. I love it. Can't wait to start wearing those. This is another one that isn't specifically spring summer. I probably won't put this out on the tray because when I'm really in the mood for this, I'm really in the mood for it, but it doesn't happen very often. This is it Insolence or Insolence? Insolence by Gabrielle. It's just the normal, I think it's the normal one. Yeah, the Eau de Toilette. I like this because I love that violet smell of their like meteorites powders and stuff, and it's really sweet and full on, but if you give it an hour or 2 to chill out, and get over itself. It's delicious and Moorish in a similar way than the Hermes Twilly is. So I love it, but I don't want to wear it very often. And that lingers for days. Okay. Gardenia. So I wanted to add another, like yes, last autumn I wanted to add another exclusives to my collection. I was going to get boy. I also liked beige and I like this, but on balance I'm really glad. At first, when I first wore this a few times, I was like, I don't like it. But when you leave it to just mellow, I've also mixed this with my jersey. I really actually like this. It's gardenia and it's just so floral and yummy. And I think actually it only really works. I only like it in warmer weather or warmer days, because then it really opens up and gets more kind of heady on your warm skin. I really like that. So that's going to get put back in rotation. Then we've got Bobbi Brown's Almost Bare. This is a beautifully clean, simple scent. Don't like beach, hate beach. It's so heady and frowsy. You know, when the florals go over, when you smell a banana peel that's overripe, it's that kind of whoa. Whereas this is clean and I really enjoy Almost Bare. I've bought this for lots of people for presents and they always like it. Okay, this is another nice summery, more of a spring perfume. This is one of the Burberry Brit, but the sheer for women. The lid's broken, it just comes off, so annoying. But I do really enjoy this one. I got this like last summer, so I've used about a fifth of it. And yeah, nice, sweet, light, clean fragrance. There's a pattern emerging. I looked, when I was going to do a perfume video about a year ago, and I ended up doing loads of notes on all my fragrances. And I found some common things. I find that I like moss and vetiver. My florals are all irises, iris leaf, lily of the valley. So I like florals, but it has to all be very green. And I can't remember, I like tuberose, and I don't like heavy, like the woody notes to be, I'm going to explain that with this next one. I like my woody notes to be not like a deep woody note, like too sandalwoody, but almost like a green, if you snap a green twig and it's still wet, that kind of woody. So this is my other Joe Loves one that I like. This is number 42, the Flower Shop. This smells like a flower shop. When I go past a particular flower shop near me and all the buckets are out the front, there's this damp green smell. You don't really smell the flowers, you smell the stems and the water and even the paper that they're wrapped in, that kind of wet paper smell. I just really like that, and this evokes this really well. So this is a floral, but it's not sickly or obvious. It's really delicious. I love that one. And there's a nice story behind it, that when she was 16, she worked on Elizabeth Street, where her shop is now, in a florist's, and she wanted to create a fragrance that went back and evoked that time in her youth, and she made that fragrance as a homage to the flower shop where she worked as a teenager. I like that story. I don't know why, but there's a Carex hand gel in there. Okay, oh my god, I forgot about this for about a hot minute. My Creed Green Irish Tweed. This is like my second one in a year. Is it 30 or 40, 50 mils? It's the smallest one anyway. I have Eva in the city to thank for this. We walked past, I met her one time, we were in Selfridges, we walked past the Creed counter and she said, oh, because I'm just on my certain aspect of my fragrance journey. Like 2 years ago, I was like bored of just going in a department store and wandering around and almost buying a perfume because I wanted a new perfume, but it didn't excite me. And then I learned from a few friends about the Les Exclusives and some other niche brands and stuff, and just learned to identify what I like and things like that. And we went past this, I said, isn't that for men? And she's like, just smell it. It's so utterly Moorish. And I don't like, it's funny, I will like one thing from a brand and nothing else. So like, I love Joe Loves, but I'm not going to go out and buy every single one. I'm not going to get Pomelo because that's the fragrance she's famous for, the grapefruit one, because I didn't really, if I smell something, I know instantly if I love it or not. And I smelt this and it's mossy and green and sweet and yummy, and it's quite similar in some ways to the Red Truffle 21, and it's got that candied, almost piney thing going on. So delicious. And I think this is mainly aimed at men. I think it is a men's one, but I don't care. It's so yummy. And this is the fragrance out of all of my fragrances that people stop me, strangers, friends, anyone, and they're like, what are you wearing? So I would say, oh, well, I'll tell you at the end what my two favourites are, but that is definitely up there. Byredo. The only one that I really love is Baldafrique. Again, I found this brand, I love the packaging, I love the vibe, and I was like, I bought, when I was with Eva that time, I was like, right, I'd smelt too much fragrance. Oh, so delicious. Smelt too much fragrance, and I was like, I can't decide. And the ones that are kind of cult with that brand, maybe more, like the Sunday Cologne and, oh, what's the other one? Can't think what it's called now. They just, Gypsy Water, they just smell like cat pee ink to me, or on me. They just don't wow me. I like Mojave Ghost. I've got the hair mist though, so I wanted to get something different, because again, that one, it goes sour on my skin, whereas the Baldafrique doesn't. I bought a really nice kit that had oh, then there's none here, they're up there. I had the kit with the, I think they're 12mm florals. There was 6 in there for you to try. So it was Insolence, no, what's that one called? Like the Rose of No Man's Land, Blanche, Tulip. I like them all. None of them are unpleasant, but you just work out over time what you like. And I just love Baldafrique, and I ended up getting that in the full size. To me, that smells of nighttime in a hot holiday, like Dubai, or when we go to Portugal, and then you get dressed up to go to dinner and put that on. It's heady, but in a kind of a tropical, nice way. This is number 5, Low. I like this. This is my way in with Chanel number 5, if you know what I mean. It's accessible to me. They now, oh, it's in a handbag somewhere. They now have a purse spray, which is like, I said to her when they first launched it, do you think they do a purse spray? And she was like, not for years, until this is established. And it's not been long, and they have bought the purse spray out. And I bet you any money they've bought it out because they know it has no lasting power on the skin. This is a delicious, I mean, look at it. It's, you know, it is like water. It smells great. It smells reminiscent of number 5, but in a light way. I had tried, and I love them, using other body products in the number 5 line that complement this, like the lotion and the powder, to make it hang around longer. And then I was filling up a Travelo, and then quite quickly, they, like this autumn, they brought out the purse spray, so that you could just, the way with this is just to, it's not as expensive as like the exclusive, so I don't mind being a bit, this is my second one, being a bit splash happy with this. And then if I'm out or travelling, I take the lovely white matte purse spray of this. But this is a year-round thing. I don't really wear it much in winter just because it is so light, but I really like this. I was really excited years ago when they brought out the premiere version of number 5, and I did like the way that it smelt, but similar to the main number 5, the original number 5, it was still quite aldehyde and gave me a headache. It's still, to this day, I tried it the other week and it gives me a headache. But number 5 Low is just absolute life. I love that fragrance. I wish I'd bought a huge one instead of wasting my money on this, but never mind. Now on to some slightly more cheap and cheerful options, body sprays and stuff. I really like, specifically for like hot weather, beachy holidays and stuff, and just feeling in that holiday mood, Max Turquatic. It's not for everyone. There's 2 colours of this. I don't know if they discontinued the other one. There used to be like a purple one with a different name in a similar packaging. This is just very clean and beachy and yummy and ozony and sea kind of smell, marine smell. I have it in the proper perfume like that. I have it in this like rollerball one for travel. Also, I don't have the big size of this, but I must get it. This is the second size of this size that I've got. This is by Fresh, the skincare company, and this is their Hesperides grapefruit. So I've been looking for a grapefruit. For ages I've been looking for like an orangey scent, and I got the Tom Ford one, and then I really wanted a grapefruit scent, but most grapefruit scents are very singular. I don't particularly like the Joe Loves Pomelo, but I love this. It's a juicy, sweet grapefruit, not too sharp. It's got other things going on. That's one of my favourite shower gels. Well, I had the shower gel first. I had 2 bottles, one after the other, and the body lotion, and then I realised that they made a fragrance. So that's my like sample size one, travel size one. I love that very much. And then finally I have 2 body sprays. Where's the other one? One I've had before, one I haven't. So the only Victoria's Secret body spray that I really like is this one. It's in the pink line and it's the Neon Coast. It says ginger lily and crushed leaves. So this is what they have, one called Fresh and Clean, but to me this smells fresh and clean, and the Fresh and Clean is really sickly and sweet, and it has a pink like lid and everything, and I've bought that before and given it to Martha. This one, I have a big one, and I've packed the travel size one, and I have a travel size one for holiday. And this is new to me. This was mentioned in a fragrance video by Leo Lyon, LV, and when she was describing it and stuff, I just thought, oh yeah, anything coconutty. So this is the Bath and Body Works Waikiki Beach Coconut. They've refined it or changed the packaging. This is different. This is green. The other one wasn't. And then I have this one. I've got this thing about body sprays now. I don't know, maybe they take me back to my youth when I had like cheap body sprays or something, but I like the way that you can just be really liberal with them. They're plastic, so you could chuck them in a beach bag or in the gym bag and not worry about them. And they're very kind of unrefined and less sophisticated, and sometimes I just want that. I just want to smell like clean, laundry, shower, fresh. That one's definitely this. But they still have a summery note too. And they just dry down very soft. Not dry down as in they don't go through a change like fine fragrance, but you just smell girly and fresh and nice. And sometimes I just want that vibe and not to have a fragrance where it changes over a few hours. And not to worry about if I leave them somewhere, or, you know, they're plastic, so they, as I said, you can chuck them in a travel bag. So that's what I enjoy. If you've got any questions about any of the fragrances that I've mentioned, the best thing to do is just to ask me, because I've tried to zip through this in under half an hour, but as you know, I've got a lot of them. Favourites? Oh, I missed one. There's a Chanel that I really like. It's for spring summer specifically. It's the Cristal, but the Over version. It's another this is very green in an almost astringent kind of way. Oh yeah, there's a waxy like, smells like the peel of a lime almost when you know, I don't know about you, but when I use a lime, either for baking to make like key lime pie or whatever, oh those days are gone, or even to like squeeze for a dressing, I roll the lime with my hand because that softens it down and it gives up more juice, and then you have a smell of the skin on your hand. This is like limey, waxy. It's really unusual, but I really responded to it, and I didn't like any of the other versions, so I really love that. Dog's going nuts. My favourites are clearly, top favourite ever is Chanel Jersey. Number 2 is Creed. Number 3, Twilly. Those are my favourites, and they'll be just with me forever. I'm sure I'll never get tired of those. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and if you have any questions, as I said, leave down below. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. Please like this video if you like this kind of content, and keep me going, give me some encouragement. See you soon. Love you all. Bye.